Now introducing the starting lineups for the Princeton Tigers. Starting at 4 is 6'0" senior from West Hills, California, number 15, Andy Tarachian. Starting at 4 is 6'2" senior from Upper Holland, Pennsylvania, number 21, Alex Wheatley. Starting at guard is 6'1" junior from Twinsburg, Ohio, number 15, Vanessa Smith. Starting at guard, 5'10" senior from Pasadena, California, number 34, Michelle Miller. And starting at guard, 5'9" senior from Chatham, New Jersey, number 14, Amanda Burson. The Tigers are coached by Courtney Benhart. This is Buckeye.
Defend our ground.
Lights out.
The semester ended yesterday here in Columbus, Ohio, but the Buckeyes are done studying classes and start studying opponents. Mark Finch here with George Reese, and today we're going to tell you the players to study as Ohio State is set to take on Princeton.
First of all, when you're thinking about Princeton, one of the most academically prestigious universities in the country, you got to talk about Annie Tarachian. She's almost averaging the double-double at 13 points, 9.4 rebounds, versatile forward, main cog in Princeton's front court. And then looking at Ohio State, I choose answer D. All of the above with Alexa Hart. The last 2 games, averaging 14 and 10 rebounds and an amazing 4 blocks. Look for Alexa Hart to impose on this game, too.
Lisa Blair getting the start and gets the opening tip for Ohio State. Kate Kraft with the ball now. Definitely. And there's your player to watch, Alexa Hart.
Nice pass.
And
right on cue.
Lisa Blair at the start, but can't get the basket.
This is definitely something they hope Lisa can build on. You know, starting here, getting her confidence up, and being an anchor in that inside with her and Alexa Hart in the front court.
There's Tarachian with the ball, and she passes it over to Michelle Miller. Miller guarded by Ohio State senior guard Amherst Alston. She gets around it, and the shot rattles out of the rim. Last touch by Princeton will be Buckeye ball.
Good pull up. You got space. You got a clean look. You got to knock it down, especially when you're on the road against a tough Buckeye team.
And there's Alexa Hart set to inbound it for Ohio State. Ohio State probably going to get aggressive offensively early here. They're averaging 84 points a game.
Hey, when you're getting 40 from 2 players, it's always a luxury. We're talking about the best backcourt in the nation.
And here's one of them. Amherst Alston goes in off the glass, rolling out of the rim. All 3 shots today have rolled right out of the rim. And here's Tarak Chian for 3. No good off the front of the iron.
She didn't hesitate. It looked good just off the front rim.
Kelsey Mitchell, one of the most prolific scorers in the game right now, and she gets that floater to go. Big, high arcing shot.
She has to be the most dangerous guard in the nation in transition. You got to find her and find her early because she's looking for space to get that jump shot off.
Bernston with the ball, pass it over to Alex Wheatley.
Is it safe to say they're running the Princeton offense? Famous basketball offense predicated off cutting and screening.
Alex Wheatley trying to get around the other 21, and she gets it to go.
Good move with the left hand.
Tied it 2 apiece. But Kelsey Mitchell says forget that, and she hits another shot. It's 2 in a row for Mitchell.
Hey, make me look like I know what I'm talking about. Transition, she's looking to attack.
Berntson taking the ball down the court for the Tigers. And Tarak Chian, she throws up a 3, no good.
It's going to be a different matchup for Alexa Hart. She's used to guarding more like post players, but now she has Tarak Chian, who's going to be looking to get her jump shot off also.
Good pass by Kate Kraft, but just a little too much on it there for Kelsey Mitchell. Tarak Chian thinks out the 3 again, but goes back inside to Wheatley. And Wheatley off the iron.
Nice move.
Amherst Alston, she puts up a shot, and she gets that one to go.
That's a tough shot. You got to get your hands up and hope she misses.
She hits the first 3 of the day for either team. Princeton trying to work the ball inside early, and this time they drive inside and they get it to go for Michelle Miller.
Yeah, Michelle Miller had her choice off of that one. Lisa Blair didn't do a good job of showing on that screen, and the result was a wide open layup.
Alexa Hart going right at Tarak Chian. There's going to be a foul.
That's something in her game that we like to see progress too. Catching that in the sweet spot, definitely coming down. You see Amherst Alston, her and Kelsey Mitchell are tough in transition as they're always looking to go one-on-one where you really don't have that much help defense.
And that was about as close as Amherst Alston could get to being a 3 without it being a 2. She was right on that line. And Lisa Blair comes out. Shayla Cooper checks in for the Buckeyes. And immediately loses the ball, so here's Princeton on a fast break. They're going to reset Berntson, the point guard. Now inside to Wheatley. Wheatley working on Cooper. No good off glass.
That's her move. She's getting good post position. She just got to learn to finish those.
Outside to Kraft. Kraft goes in. Shayla Cooper. 2 straight possessions, 2 straight shots. That one no good as well.
Shayla's wasting no time coming off the bench and getting right into it.
Going inside again, but Princeton just can't get a lot of good looks to fall today.
We always talk about it, Mark. That's a recipe for disaster on the road when you don't make easy shots.
There's another quick shot. A lot of quick possessions so far today, George.
Yeah. Hey, this tempo favors Ohio State. When you have the nation's best backcourt and you're averaging almost 85 points a game, they like to get shots up and get points up in a hurry.
And the 3 up and good.
Nice. Way to aim it.
Big shot there by Michelle Miller.
Michelle Miller. Good move.
Kate Kraft goes inside. She goes up for the layup, but she'll be fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Miller.
You notice a trend here. Every time Princeton scores, Ohio State is pushing it right back down. In transition, and they're getting quality looks, so Princeton has to do a better job of getting back on defense.
So game tied up at 7 apiece with just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And Kate Kraft's first shot is good. Free throws could be a big deal in this game. Princeton coming in at 9-1, Ohio State 6-3, but 3 pretty quality losses.
Hey, they're doing something that's never been done in college basketball, playing against the 1, the 2, and the 3 ranked teams for your first 3 games. Talk about being ready, huh?
And then when they go and play Maryland in conference play, they will have played all 4 Final Four teams from last season.
Hey, I guess You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Coach McGuff and staff is definitely taking that to heart.
A big pass. And Princeton has to slow it back down.
Ohio State with some token pressure there just to give them a new look. Back to man-to-man.
Vanessa Smith working on Shayla Cooper. And she goes around left side, no good. And it's going to be Ohio State ball off of Princeton, Alex Wheatley.
Vanessa Smith, Ohio product. Definitely knew some of the players, Kelsey Mitchell in the warm-ups. And they exchanged pleasantries, but that's as far as it's going to go.
Inside to Blair. Blair definitely with a little bit of a size advantage there on Alex Wheatley. Alex Wheatley 6'2", Blair coming in at 6'6".
I just like the aggressiveness, going for the ball, not being denied to get the ball, and she looked like she was about to make a strong post move. Make them foul you.
I think seeing Blair playing this early in the game is something that McGuff wants to try to exploit the size advantage for Ohio State.
Definitely.
That pass tipped away by Smith. Alston working on the perimeter and gets it to Shayla Cooper. Cooper decides to pull up right from the free throw line, no good. And Princeton with some good boxing out. Gets the rebound.
You see this sometimes with Shayla where she gets a little jumper happy, and I like it when she's being aggressive and getting to the basket, getting those offensive rebounds and just mixing it up, which we know she can do because she could be a double-double machine like Alexa Hart.
Smith inside to Tarakjian. There's going to be a foul on the floor. 9-7 the Buckeyes lead here with 4:51 left in the first. We'll be right back here on Big Ten Network. Two-point game here in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State struggling. Only one of their last 5 field goals have gone in, George.
Good looks, though. And, you know, I guess you got to be happy in the fact. Speaking of good looks.
And there's a three-pointer for Michelle Miller.
Michelle Miller with another open look.
She gives Princeton a lead.
When we talk about good looks, and those are things that you just got to take. Here goes another one.
Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell firing inside, almost going off the rim again, but finally bouncing in.
Buckeyes attacking. As soon as Princeton scores, we're attacking right back at them.
The way it's looking, we could see a lot of lead changes today. Here's Tarakjian, leading scorer for Princeton. She gets it inside to Wheatley. And there's going to be a travel called on Wheatley. Yes. She's definitely struggling with Lisa Blair's 6'6" body right now.
She's getting good post position. I think Lisa Blair understands she's taller, so she's going to let her get good position and make it tough for her to shoot over. But Wheatley has a nice little post-up move where she goes off that opposite shoulder. See if she can get it off next play.
Here's Kelsey Mitchell. She's already got 6 points tonight, averaging over 24 a game coming in.
Definitely not surprised at that output.
Cooper with the power hop.
See what I'm saying, Mark? Made me look like I know what I'm talking about. Shayla gets to the rack, man. She's tough to guard.
Now Ohio State back to a 3-point lead, up 13-10. Wheatley goes outside to Miller.
Got to get a hand up on Miller. She's already knocked 2 down so far.
Traction inside to Wheatley. And back outside. Burnson gets the little hook to go.
Nice. A little semi-floater from Princeton. But Princeton doing a good job of moving the ball, trying to get Ohio State changing directions. Then they get a one-on-one matchup.
Here's Alston going inside. She goes right at 2 Princeton defenders, and she gets the foul.
Hey, scorers know how to get to the free throw line. You see Amherst hasn't really got a good shot off yet, so she's like, you know what, let me get to the free throw line. Shayla
Cooper
nice.
Working her way in, looking like she could have drawn a foul there, but
good utilize of the air dribble. Get closer to the basket. Strong body, strong build, can do a little bit of everything. But I like it when she's getting to the basket and she's attacking instead of selling for jumpers, you know?
Definitely something that can help Ohio State. And as we said, I think Ohio State is definitely being aggressive, but Princeton doing a good job themselves, getting a lot of shots close to the rim and then hitting their long shots. They're 2 of 4 from three-point land.
Definitely. We always talk about the famed Princeton offense with the men's basketball team, and some professional teams run it also, but predicated on constant movement, ball switching sides, pick and rolls as you see here on the side, and another good look.
But it doesn't get it to go. Lisa Blair got her hands on it, but Miller, who took the shot, actually comes up with it.
Right, which is rare.
Tarakshian's foot on the sideline, out of bounds as she caught the pass. She's having a tough night tonight, coming in averaging 13.5 points.
But she's been playing solid for most of the year, so I'm thinking she'll get settled down. Main cog in that rebounding attack, like you mentioned before. Princeton out-rebounding their opponents. Nice.
And a great pass inside to Lisa Blair, and she gets it to go. Easy layup for Ohio State.
Amherst Alston, defense is looking at one of the better scorers in the country. Drop it off to your teammate with the dime to Blair.
In about the same spot as last time, Tarakshian doesn't step out of bounds, gets the 3 off, but misses it. And a good lead pass there to Amherst Alston. They have to slow it back down. Shot up for Asia Doss. No good. Cooper in the corner.
Surveying. Get to the basket. There you go.
Not a bad look for Cooper, but can't get it to go. The Buckeyes up by 5 right now. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Princeton's doing a good job of keeping the Buckeyes honest on defense.
And Lisa Blair, enough defense and the rebound there. Taylor Williams with the attempted shot for the Tigers. Alston wide open 3, no good.
Might have got away with a push after the shot right there.
A lead pass, but Kelsey Mitchell's there. And she gets on the ball just enough. Makes Ismail miss. Kelsey Mitchell for 3. And that was a pretty shot right there.
Hey, I know Coach Banghart is looking over there. How do we leave her wide open for 3? One of the most deadly three-point shooters in the country.
Buckeyes on a 7-0 run in the last minute 59 seconds. Princeton now down 8.
Whoa.
Burnson, no good from three-point land.
Got numbers.
Dawson, Alston right there.
Pass by Doss right there.
Asia Doss held on to it just long enough to give Alston the perfect position.
Drive, draw in the dish.
Now it's a double-digit lead for Ohio State.
Seeing both teams kind of winded here. Sucking air out there.
Just about 30 seconds left in the first. Having a big block by Shayla Cooper as Miller was coming inside. Ismail goes over to Tarakshian. And here's Miller. Shot clock running out, and Miller can't connect with the iron.
Is that a shot or a pass, Mark?
I'm not sure which, but I'm looking at the athleticism of Shayla Cooper. Not really in position to get a great block there, but just throwing down the hammer.
Great anticipation to not get the contact. Jumped over off shoulder. She knew she was going up right-handed and got a piece of it. Good anticipation by Shayla Cooper on the defense.
10 seconds left in the first quarter. Buckeyes going to probably hold for the last shot here. Here's Kelsey Mitchell.
The screen.
And she gets it to go. Big high arcing shot, and Princeton won't have time for anything else. At the end of the first quarter, the Buckeyes lead by 12, 24-12 here in Columbus, Ohio. We'll be right back on Big Ten Network. Mark Finch and George Reese here in Columbus, Ohio. We're about to start the second quarter. Ohio State leads Princeton 24-12, and that lead probably a lot to do with Kelsey Mitchell.
I like to call Kelsey Mitchell and Amaris Austin backcourt hustle and flow. You got Kelsey Mitchell's always in attack mode. You see her already with 9 points by herself. Almost went on a mini run with those jump shots. She's always looking to create space, rhythm, dribble, step backs, crossovers to get free. You just love her aggressiveness in the first quarter.
And Princeton off to a good start there. Miller hits the three.
Somebody need to find her. It's 3 threes already. Find the shooters on defense.
Alston's pass gets deflected by 2 Tigers there, out of bounds, but Ohio State will retain 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Amaris telling Alexa that maybe she should have rolled instead of popped on that one. She could have had a layup. Guess who? Nice.
Oh, they forgot about the inbound there, and Asia Doss slips in behind the defense.
And right there, you're seeing a maturation of Kelsey Mitchell, where usually that would have been a shot. Now she's looking to get her teammates involved. Nice dime to Asia on the layup.
Passing around the perimeter right now for Princeton. Inside to Tarakjian. Double teamed and can't get it to go. She's had a lot of shots roll right off the rim.
And they're getting great position where you can make turnaround shots or jump hooks. Princeton got to do a better job of making those shots. Hey.
Alston decides to slow it down, but then go right at him. She gets it.
Hey, we call Kelsey Mitchell hustle, and there goes flow. She takes what the defense gives her. She always poised. Hustle and flow. Nation's best backcourt.
13-point lead now for Ohio State. Tarakjian trying to get on the board and can't, rolling out of the rim once again for Princeton's leading scorer.
Clean look. Nice duck in.
And Hart, with good defense on her, still gets it to go.
Nice. Good duck in by Alexa with the left hand.
Kelsey Mitchell putting on a little bit of a press there on Bernston. Miller at the top of the key, thinks about the three. Goes for the long 2 instead, and Asia Doss comes up with the rebound.
Mitchell got picked off on that pick, on that screen. You got to do a better job of calling those screens out.
Doss going right at Princeton right there. Players hit the floor. That's Berntson for the Princeton Tigers.
I'm pretty sure Coach Banghart is going to talk about this at halftime. Every time they score, Ohio State's backcourt or the guards are pushing it right down Princeton's throat. They got to do a better job of getting back on defense in transition.
And some big substitutions here, 2 players each for each team. Inbound to Cooper. Ohio State with the fresh shot clock.
A one-on-one opportunity here.
Cooper doesn't care about shot clock. She goes right in.
Nice little design draw. She got it in the middle of the floor. Almost like a clear, like an isolation play as you see in the professional ranks all the time.
And Buckeyes starting to take a pretty large lead here on the 9-1 Princeton Tigers. Berntsen goes in, gets the shot hit out of there, but Princeton will retain possession.
You brought it up in the beginning, Mark. This pace is up and down, kind of fast-paced, and I said this favors the Buckeyes. And as you can see, the Buckeyes are kind of pulling ahead here. A little bit more firepower, so to speak.
Mitchell working with her face mask for Ohio State. A little equipment there, but she gets it back in working order. Here's Princeton. Inside, Alexa Hart, good defense, but Taylor Williams gets it to roll.
There it is. That's got to be a good sign for this team. Good post position. Finally finished one.
Amherst Alston for 3. No good.
Quality look there.
Here's Berntsen and Ismail. I'm sorry, Vanessa Smith there.
The Ohio product. Princeton moving that ball around.
Tigers trying to get something. They saw the inside play there.
And for Princeton, number 45, Wesley Robinson. And for the Buckeyes, Asia Das.
Ohio State leading 32-17, 7:07 left in the second. Buckeyes' largest lead of today has been 17. Wide open, Alexa Hart inside. Little move to shake the defender and gets the layup.
Coach Banghart with her hands out like, whose man was that? Can't have those type of miscues on the road.
Leggy, Tigers with the ball. Leggy outside to Smith.
Nice move.
Wheatley does a good job getting around the defender there.
Wheatley does a good job of getting back to that left hand. 2 good moves by Wheatley. Guess what?
Ooh. Kelsey Mitchell trying to silence the Tigers, but no good on that shot. Here's Vanessa Smith over to Waleji. Berntsen directing her offense. She's playing the main point today. Too many Buckeyes around there, so outside to Waleji, and she gets the 3 to go.
Wheatley makes 2 good post moves. Ohio State defense recognizes that, sucks in a little bit, kicks it out for Luigi for a knock shot.
Asia Das, little fadeaway. Quick possessions for Ohio State. They tired Princeton out in the first quarter. Maybe they're trying to do that again. Wheatley, another good post move. Doesn't get the shot, but does draw the foul. She'll shoot 2 now. Alexa Hart there on defense. Everything
positive for the Princeton Tigers the last few possessions have been starting in the post, starting inside and out. Wheatley's doing a good job of getting great post position, and that's the thing about post defense. Alexa Hart has to do a better job of getting in front to deny that and discourage that pass, and then the defense won't have to suck in.
I wonder how many more minutes we'll see from Lisa Blair tonight. 6'6" center for Ohio State.
Here we go.
Here she is coming in for Alexa Hart.
I'm pretty sure that's what Coach McGuff is telling her. Like, hey, you got to play early post defense. There's 3 duck-ins by Wheatley down there.
And Wheatley makes both from the charity stripe. Kelsey Mitchell now for Ohio State.
Princeton on a 7-0 run, starting inside and out, getting the ball in good position. Defense has to collapse.
Mitchell with 11 points tonight. She passes it to Kate Kraft.
Princeton with another look here with the zone.
Shayla Cooper loves to put it on the ground. That turnaround jumper, she gets it to go, and she draws the foul.
Shayla Cooper's tough when she Shayla Cooper's tough when she puts the ball on the floor, goes left 2 dribbles, and spins back to that left shoulder. We've seen her like 3 times today. Like we talked about before, she's great when she's going to the basket and not selling for jumpers.
Yeah, definitely one of the stronger players on the team, too, as she powers through those defenders' arms right there.
Replacing Kelsey Mitchell.
And Kelsey Mitchell will get a chance to sit.
1 shot.
She has to take advantage of those because she doesn't get too many chances.
Definitely. Shayla Cooper, she definitely could be the X factor for this Buckeye team. You know the backcourt is going to get you, 40 points a game. Shayla got to step in and get you that double figures, almost averaging a double-double in the season. So her output is definitely going to be key for this Buckeye team moving forward.
Cooper usually getting the start, but Lisa Blair started at center today, and she's there right on defense on Wheatley now. Oh. But Wheatley getting around Alexa Hart and Lisa Blair. She's proven herself tonight.
Wheatley putting in work in the front court.
Wheatley has 8 points already.
And not only the 8 points, she's causing problems for this Buckeye defense, having to collapse every time she touches the ball.
And that ball flies out of bounds. And that'll bring us to a break. 37-26, Ohio State leads. 4:59 left in the second quarter. An 11-point lead for the 10th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes here with just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. George, so far Princeton has hung around a little bit, but Ohio State's starting to get to that point where they're going to get a big lead. Definitely. They might have to get this lead up, but right now they need to find out where Alex Wheatley is. I mean, she's definitely changed the complexion of this game with her post moves, sucking in and making the defense collapse, and she's kicking out to wide open three-point shooters. Went on a little mini run herself for the Princeton Tigers, so see how they respond to that out of timeout. Here's Shayla Cooper for the Buckeyes. She's going to go from the elbow, and a pretty shot there goes in.
Shayla Cooper.
That's what we call a heat check. She shot that, bounced on her toes a little bit, so she has a little rhythm now. Good shot by Shayla Cooper.
And I mentioned Kelsey Mitchell doesn't get many rests. With the TV timeout, though, she gets a little extra, but she's already back in the game after about a possession and a half. Hey, Mark, that's why the coaches make the big bucks. You're supposed to know that. Time it up with the TV timeout. Wheatley outside to Wileggi. Three-pointer no good. Another kick out by Wheatley. Definitely putting her imprint on this game. Here's Alston at the point for Ohio State. Blair can't hold on. Got to catch that. Kenya Holland picks it up for Princeton, and she takes it down the court. Leslie Robinson shot blocked by Lisa Blair. Great help side defense by Lisa Blair. There it is. Ooh, nice pass there by Amherst Alston and Lisa Blair. Easy play to finish. Saw that in the first half. Amherst is surveying the lane, draws two defenders, drops off over the shoulder to Lisa Blair for the easy dime. And there's going to be a timeout here
Foul on Shayla Cooper here. Shayla got caught flat-footed. Princeton always in attack mode. See Amherst uses Lisa Blair for a semi-screen, draws two, over the shoulder for the no-look to Lisa Blair. Doesn't get any more easier than that, huh, does it, Lisa?
And inside for Princeton now. Can't get that one to go for Vanessa Smith.
Here we go. Ohio State right back at them as soon as they miss a shot. Attacking in transition.
Here's Alston again. And she's just going to go for three, and she gets it.
That's her shot right there. She makes you relax. She makes you relax on defense, thinking she's not going to do nothing, and then she pulls up quick for a three-pointer. Amherst with the knockdown.
Buckeyes on a 7-0 run, coming back from that timeout.
Brutus come over with the pretzel. Brutus offering you a pretzel, Mark. Heard they're some of the best in the Big Ten.
Thanks, Brutus. And here back on the court, Princeton gets that shot to go, or not to go, sorry.
Alex Wheatley with the good move. She thought she got fouled there by Waterman, but good move. Just got to finish with the left-hand scoop shot.
Brutus really wants me to try this pretzel.
Hey, Brutus is determined, man. You don't become arguably the best mascot in the country by not being determined. How does it taste, Mark? Delicious.
Pretty good pretzel there, yeah.
There it is. Kelsey Mitchell here with the pick and roll with Waterman here.
And here's Alston now.
Little misdirection play they like to run against the zone.
Doss in the paint, in trouble, gets it off to Waterman. And Mitchell, jealous maybe of Alston's three, attempts one of her own, no good. Waterman, big cross-court pass.
Good skip.
Asia Doss inside, no shot. She does get fouled, though.
And that's when I like when Asia's pump faking, taking those two dribbles, trying to get closer and closer to the basket. Her jumper hasn't been falling early on in the season, but right here, two dribbles, see it, hesitation, right there, that little floater. I love when Asia's being aggressive and getting in the lane.
A foul on Tarakshian, who's 0 for 5 today with 0 points for Princeton.
Tough night out, huh? I guess I put too much pressure on her, making her one of the keys to the game.
And Kelsey Mitchell loses the ball, but last touch by Princeton. 24 on the shot clock. Ohio State now leading 44-26, 2:05 left in the second. They're in the position where they could blow this one wide open. And Kelsey Mitchell tries to do just that, and splash, three-pointer's good.
Got to be one of the tougher players in the country to guard off the dribble because she's always looking to get just a little bit of space, and she gets free for a three-pointer. Kelsey Mitchell with the step back, left-hand three-pointer. Got to love it.
Tarakshian trying to get a three-pointer of her own again off iron.
Good move.
Inside for Vanessa Smith. Reverse layup, no good. Miller comes back in. It bounces around, but it finally falls.
Hey, Miller's been doing it all for this Princeton team, trying to keep him in the game single-handedly.
Amherst Alston with a big three again.
Hustle and flow.
I think her and Kelsey Mitchell are having a little contest of their own.
They're going to be doing that all year, Mark. 14 to 15 points between them.
Oh, but here's Alston getting more leads there, and she gets the easy fast break points.
I tell you what, definitely a luxury. Makes your job that much easier when you know you're going to get 40 points between two players.
And Princeton calls a timeout after that easy steal by Alston.
Alston saw the handoff coming, stuck in between it, got the easy layup. Some of her easiest points she's ever used to.
And she's leading the Buckeyes in scoring, 17 points tonight. But as you mentioned, Mitchell not far behind at 14. Maybe we'll see a three from her to try to get that even again.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, they're going to be competing for that scoring lead.
And back in Ohio State, Schottenstein Center, 52-28. Ohio State leads Princeton. Here's Michelle Miller of the Tigers.
Michelle Miller having one of her better games of the season here in the first half. 13 to 4 rebounds.
Miller again with the ball now. Princeton looking inside but can't get it there right now. Here's Holland with the ball, and she goes back to Tarakshian. And a wild shot there by Traction as the shot clock was expiring, but she grabs her own rebound and puts it back.
Gotta love the mentality of a scorer. Taraction, she said, hey, I'm gonna throw this up there. I'm gonna go get it again to get my first points of the game. Taraction with the putback.
Asia Doss with the ball.
Princeton extending that zone. Let's see if the Ohio State Buckeyes can get in the middle of it in that sweet spot.
Here's Michaela Waterman. Back over to Kelsey Mitchell. And the three-point shot for Amherst Alston, no good. Alexa Hart, easy rebound. Alston trying to extend her.
A little too much on that one. Good idea, though.
And Alexa Hart gets just enough on it, so it will be out on Ohio State. 2.5 seconds left here in the first half. And Chelsea Mitchell, Kelsey's twin sister, will check in.
And for the Buckeyes, Chelsea Mitchell.
Somewhat of a tongue twister there, huh?
Replacing Amherst Alston.
Well, interesting to see what Princeton does here. 2.5 seconds left. And they get it to Miller. And Tarakshian's just going to heave it overhand deep into the stands, but at least she had the distance on it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to go to halftime with Ohio State leading 52-30. Stay right here, though, on the Big Ten Network as we will have the second half action live from Ohio State. Back on Big Ten Network, Mark Finch and George Reese here. Mitchell and Alston with 14 and 17 points apiece lead the Buckeyes to this 52-30 lead entering the second half. George, what did you see out there in the first half that made Ohio State this successful?
Coach O'Brien, ex-coach for Ohio State Buckeyes, used to call it carte blanche. The Ohio State Buckeye team is getting whatever they want in inside, and you can see evidence for them shooting 60% from the field, 50% from three-point line. You see here just easy layups after layups, penetration. The guards, Amherst Alston, Kelsey Mitchell, doing a great job of penetrating and dishing Big block here by Shayla Cooper. Shayla Cooper's a big reason why, though, igniting them with 9 points off the bench. But just a collective effort, and they're always a tough team to beat when everybody's clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you mentioned the inside game really working for Ohio State, but then you got the 2 guards, 3 for 6 on 3-pointers for Alston and 2 for 3 for Mitchell. So that's good. I mean, because looking at the other side, Princeton's only made 4 of 12 3-pointers.
Yeah, I know. Miller's really the only one that's been able to knock it down from the outside. We talk about Tarak Sheehan in the pregame. She's 0 for 5 from 3-point line here.
There's Tarak Sheehan right there.
Her only buckets of the game, but hey, she's staying with it. Scores mentality. But like I said, just hats off to this Buckeye team. 60% in the first half. I mean, that's tough to beat a team on the road when they're shooting 60% from the first half. But Alex Wheatley did a great job of coming in and trying to, going on a mini run by herself. But let's see how the Princeton Tigers respond in the second half.
Yeah, and right now Ohio State +5 in the rebound margin. Princeton actually coming into the game averaging plus 15.8 rebounds per game against their opponent, and Ohio State actually being out-rebounded by about 4 to their opponents. So right now Ohio State getting it done on the glass.
You called it. You said Princeton does a great job on the glass. Now it seems like a flip-flop today. The Buckeyes are leading in the flip. Let's see how both teams respond here in the second half. Will the Buckeyes get complacent, come out and play sloppy in the second half, or will Princeton step it up? They need to do it here in the third quarter.
Buckeyes going with Mitchell, Kraft, Alston, Blair, and Hart to start the second half. Smith, Bernston, Tarakchian, Wheatley, and Miller for Princeton.
Lisa Blair starting the second half. Again, this is definitely a plus. Get her confidence going, man, to be that anchor that the Buckeyes sorely need in that front court. Let's Alexa Hart, move around a little bit to the power forward position.
Here's Caitlin Kraft. She's been very quiet tonight. Played a lot of minutes, though. She gets it to Alston.
Consummate team player, whoa. Hey.
Alston does a good job of shaking the defender. Shot doesn't fall, though.
She threw off my comment about Kate Kraft with that crossover. Nice move by Amherst Alston. You know how it gets quiet after a good crossover, hoping she makes the jump shot so we can have a nice little highlight on BTNU? That's what we were waiting on, Mark.
So Princeton down 22, gets a stop there. And trying to get it back is Miller. No good from 3-point.
Here's been the issue. Oh.
Pretty move there by Kelsey Mitchell, confusing 2 defenders.
Kelsey Mitchell.
What do you do with her one-on-one in transition? Good move by Kelsey Mitchell, around the back move.
Michelle Miller again on the left wing, but this time dribbles it out. Trying to get inside here. Back outside, Tarakchian. No good. She's having a rough night.
Man, iron and kind.
There's Kelsey Mitchell with those moves.
She frees both defenders there on the fast break. I mean, she is tough. When she gets a full head of steam, you don't know she's going to go around the back, crossover, in and out. I mean, just a tough guard in transition.
Yeah, freeze is the right word. She didn't even split them. She just made them, just pushed them back and then went up for it. And here is Kelsey Mitchell again going inside, but this time she passes it. Kraft for 3, no good.
Kraft got to be ready to shoot that good one more pass there by Amherst Alston.
That was Kraft's first attempt from the field today. She's got 2 points at the line, though. And Tarakchian inside, can't get it, but grabs her own rebound, makes that one fall.
She stays with it.
Tarakchian.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, both of her shots coming off offensive rebounds today.
That's the great Cart Kellogg would say. Nice high-low action.
Alexa Hart dumps it into her taller teammate, Lisa Blair. Blair doesn't get the shot, but does get fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. 8:09 left in the third.
And that's something that we should be seeing for games to come right there. Alexa Hart catching it in the sweet spot of the zones, throwing a nice soft love for the high-low action. Lisa Blair has to do a better job of just gathering herself and going up strong and getting the and one.
Here's Blair at the line. The Buckeyes were perfect, 5 for 5, but Blair misses that one.
You jinxed them, Mark.
I said it after she missed it.
But you being the stats guy that you are, you mentioned it before. And you're just doing your job, huh?
Yeah, Blair sinks the second one, though, so back on track for the Buckeyes. Princeton looking to get back on track, though, 55-32. They trail right now.
Good double team in the post to get it out.
Wheatley losing it there. The Buckeyes don't have numbers, so they'll slow it down here. Alston with the ball. Spacing right here. Definitely looking to get it inside right now, but can't get it to Blair. Alston says, I'll go inside myself, but pass is deflected.
Good idea. Got to make that pass.
Miller, another 3 attempt. No good.
Watch out.
Ooh, Kelsey Mitchell tries to fake it, loses it, but grabs it back. And here she is, rounding it out, going right at the defenders. No good, but 2 shots at the line.
Have those shoestrings tight on those Nikes.
Princeton found number 14, Amanda Bernson, was second.
She pulls out every combination in the book here, left to right, inside, outside. Okay. Bernstein still did a good job of staying in front.
Yeah, and good help there by, it looks like it was Miller coming over. And a little.
I mean, good one-on-one players are going to be able to get past their defender. Good team defense is supposed to have someone there to rotate to be able to help. And we haven't been seeing that thus far from Princeton. But on that play there, like you said, Miller stepped over and was able to discourage the shot. But Bernstein was caught off guard off the dribble by Kelsey Mitchell. She had to foul her on the shot.
Mitchell on pace probably to get her season average, but we'll have to see how the rest of the game plays out. Could pick up another point here.
Or 2.
She does.
Or 3.
Mitchell always a threat to score, but now Princeton threatening to score. They're down big, and that is not going to get it done as Shayla Cooper comes up with the loose ball.
Good pressure on the ball.
Cooper had the right idea, but Tarakian knew exactly what she was doing, grabs it out of the air. Inside now to Wheatley. Perfect position, nothing Cooper could do.
Nice pass by Tarakian. Good nonverbal communication there. She was wide open. She said, you're going to duck in? Don't mind if I do. Kate Kraft on the penetration here.
Gets it outside to Shayla Cooper, and Cooper is just going to pull up herself. No good, and Tarakian with the rebound. The ball's going to go out of bounds. A little miscommunication there by Bernson and Tarakian.
Good job by Amherst Dawson to play cat and mouse there. She looked like she was getting back on defense, then turned around, and Tarakian didn't really know when to pass it. Another turnover by this Princeton Tiger team.
And now here's Cooper to Mitchell. 56-34. Buckeyes lead still 22. Alston leading all scores, well, tied for the lead with all scores tonight at 17. Mitchell also has 17. And, could have made it 20 there. Rattles out.
Good quality look right there. Catch and shoot. Princeton trying to extend that zone. There's going to be some spots there that Ohio State can attack if they move the ball a little bit.
Traction going back to the basket and gets that one to go, getting around Alexa Hart.
Princeton does a great job of ducking in, almost like in a flex offense, but they do a great job of ducking in. Those guards do a great job of post-entry passes. Pretty sure post defense is going to be an area of concern after this game, after watching this film.
Kate Kraft now with the ball on the perimeter.
Oh, dangerous.
Almost loses it, but Alston decides to go in herself, gets the foul and the shot. And one attempt here now for Amherst Alston.
We talk about the contrast between the two here. Amherst, now you see me, now you don't. The hesitation move. She loves to play possum offensively and always gets by her defender when she raises up thinking you're going to pass it, and then she goes by you for the and one layup. Amherst Alston.
And we talked about it, this Ohio State team with that backcourt, deadly, averaging over 40 points a game between the two of them.
I just love the contrast in their games. I used off the famous hip-hop movie Hustle and Flow, with Kelsey is always in attack mode, and you have Amherst always seems poised and always takes what the defense gives you. You got to love that contrast because that makes it even tougher to scout and tougher to guard those two guards. So, hey, hats off to the nation's best backcourt.
And Alston completes the play there at the line. 59-36, Ohio State leads Princeton. Vanessa Smith over to Miller. Miller drives inside, goes right at Alexa Hart. Alexa Hart gets the rebound, or gets the block, I'm sorry, but it's going to be a foul on the play.
Miller's knocked down three-pointers already, so what do? You pump fake, you sweep, you rip through, and you get to the basket and draw the foul. She threw her body in there first. Now she's being rewarded by at the free throw line. Good move by Miller.
Miller's success from behind the arc today. We'll see how she does at the line. That one no good.
It's too close, Mark. It's too close.
And something to keep an eye on here when we're talking about fouls and stuff. Wheatley, 10 points tonight, good inside, has 4 fouls, so we'll have to see how much she plays here in the second half.
And that definitely hurt this Tiger team because Driving quick.
And here's Asia Doss going in and back outside.
Good job keeping the dribble right there on that penetration. Ooh.
Alston thought about the deep three there.
The duck in.
Inside to Cooper, and she draws another foul. Down low.
Cooper said, hey, Wheatley. Hey, Tarak Sheen, I can duck in too. Good duck in.
And 59-36 is going to bring us to a break here. When we come back, it'll be 2 shots at the line for Shayla Cooper.
All right, fans, it's now time to announce the winner tonight. Congratulations to June Allen. June Allen, please give the guest services booth. Pick up your prize pack, and thanks to all who registered. All right, fans, it's now time for the Myra family game. Are you the most spirit family here tonight? So get up on your feet, make some noise, and you will prize courtesy of Myra for showing off the Buckeye Pride.
With a score of 59-36, it's definitely not tied here in Ohio, but the visiting Princeton Tigers do have some ties themselves to Ohio. There's Vanessa Smith, number 13, and she's from Twinsburg, Ohio, and number 22, Taylor Williams, who just had the foul, is from Warren, Ohio. We saw the Mitchell sisters and Alexa Hart, all from Ohio, meet up with Vanessa Smith before the game on the court.
Not to mention, the director of basketball operations, Tyler Cordell, who started at DeSales High School and went on to Ohio Wesleyan, graduating in 2011. Heard she used to get a lot of points there at DeSales and Ohio Wesleyan. Good to see Ohio making it out to Princeton.
And Cooper hits the first free throw, but no good on the second. Here's Tarak Shin, the leading scorer and rebounder for the Tigers. Working it around outside.
Patient offense.
Burnson splits the defenders, but loses the ball down low. Blair comes up with it. Buckeyes get it back. 24-point lead for Ohio State right now, thanks a lot to Amherst Alston. She leads the team now at 22 points.
Get over here. That's what we call that move on the playground. Get over here. She just sets you up. She raises up, hesitates. You think she's going to release a little bit. And next you know, she's crossing you over, knocking down the jumper mark.
There's Vanessa Smith to Miller. Alston on the defense. Burnson, quiet offensively today, but she gets it to Taraxian, and Taraxian hits a three finally. She's got 9 points today.
3-point goal, Annie Taraxian.
4 for 13. That's why you make your next shot. You got to keep firing.
And that good three-pointer for Kelsey Mitchell.
Speaking of keep firing, she knows she doesn't have a problem with that.
And now both Mitchell and Alston above 20 points.
Yeah. Right on the button, huh? At least 40 points between them.
Taraxian tries to keep the hot hand going. Misses, and OSU comes up with the rebound. Shayla Cooper going right at Taraxian. And it's going to be a charge on Cooper.
I don't know about that one. A good hustle by Taraxian to get back into play and get in position to get the call. From my view, it looked like she was still moving here. Yep.
That's a close one. Refs going in the way of Princeton there, though.
Hey, and that's why I'm sitting behind this booth with the headset on and not wearing the stripes, huh?
But credit to Rakshian there. That's brave with a full head of steam. Shayla Cooper coming right at you, sliding in there and taking the charge.
They have been doing a great job of that to this point, you know, getting back in transition. So credit to Rakshian. You know, she's had enough. Good D here.
Burnson tries to go right at Doss, and Doss pokes it out. Picked up by Michelle Miller. Burnson back outside to Wileji. And it's picked away by Kelsey Mitchell. She's on the break. She gets the ball. It's going to be an easy layup, and she completes the play.
Kelsey Mitchell with the thievery. It's always great when you got those easy buckets being the scorer.
And now with Alston on the bench, the two leading scorers for Ohio State are tied at 22 apiece.
You might have called it earlier, Mark. Are they in competition? See who can score the most? Sticks her hand in there.
With a 67-39 lead, the best you can do right now is a fast break. And look at that. She just easily completed play. And she had to slow down a little bit because the ball didn't bounce in her favor originally, but no Princeton defenders could catch up.
Hey, Kelsey's used to scoring on someone, not scoring all by herself.
Inside is Burnson. Shot altered by Blair, though. Burnson going to put it up again, and this one goes good, but it's a long two, not a three.
Careful, right back. Got her that time. A little high on the dribble. She knew it when she did it, too.
Yeah, that time the bounce didn't go her way and got the better of her.
Right. She always looking to attack right there. You get a little excited when you know every time in transition you're going to get a clean look. And right there, Kelsey got a little too excited on that possession.
2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter. 67-41 Ohio State leads. Looks like there's going to be a foul on the floor here. Now that's crazy with the amount of minutes that Kelsey Mitchell plays. She only has one foul so far in this game.
Yeah, sometimes.
As Tarakshian drives right in and goes right around Lisa Blair.
Tarakshian trying to have a better second half scoring here. Might come a little too late.
Doss goes in. Tarakshian hits the floor. Doss goes over Andy Tarakshian and gets the foul called, actually.
Hey, Andy Tarakshian, hey, she fell on the floor, but she said, you know what, I'm still not out to play. She still tried to get a hand in on Asia Doss right there.
And now Doss to the line to shoot two.
You can play defense while laying on the floor, too.
That's the fourth on Annie Tarakshian, though. We mentioned that she had a slow start today. She's only 5 of 15 from the field, but she is at 11 points, so really only another basket away from her season average.
Yeah, and I think that's a confidence thing, too. That shows me right there that she does have confidence in the game. She knows she's not shooting it well, but she hasn't stopped shooting. She's not hesitating, and she's still being aggressive. And as you can see, the turnaround in the second half.
And the second leading scorer, Michelle Miller, right near her averages. There's a scrum for the ball after the missed free throw there. Michaela Waterman involved, also with Michelle Miller.
Michaela Waterman with the big-time rebound right there. One-handed, had the defender grabbing her. Good activity on the boards right there from Waterman.
After the jump ball, Princeton takes it back. Here's Kenya Holland, and she gets it over to Wileji. Driving inside for Princeton. Ball's loose, goes out of bounds.
It's bad spacing right there for Princeton. Took two dribbles, and next thing you know, you're running into two of your teammates. It's not a good job of spacing offensively for the Princeton Tigers.
Seeing some fresher legs out there right now for Princeton. You've got Sydney Jordan in, Leslie Robinson, number 45, Tia Wileji, number 32.
Not to mention Tarakshian and Wheatley, four fouls apiece.
First and third leading scorers on this team have to sit right now, down 67-44. Here's the second leading scorer with the ball, and there's going to be a foul on the floor.
Yeah, as soon as you compliment Kelsey Mitchell for not drawing too many fouls in all the minutes she plays, she brings up two quick ones in a matter of minutes.
And Alston about to check in. As we mentioned, Mitchell and Alston both with 22 tonight. That would actually tie Princeton's 44, but not anymore. Michelle Miller hits that, giving them 45 points.
Not too much. Not too much of a downgrade right there. Amherst Austin for Kelsey Mitchell, huh?
Yeah. And both of them are good for Miller. She's up to 15 points on the day.
Definitely doing all she can to keep Princeton in this game. See if Princeton can go on a run here. Uh-oh.
Alston just going to rip it for 3, and it's good. 25 points tonight for Amherst.
I sound like a coach over there, like, oh my goodness, Amherst Austin's wide open. Uh-oh, bad things happen. Amherst with the knockdown 3.
And the Buckeye lead keeps growing. Inside play, though, good for Princeton. Sydney Jordan, the freshman.
This Princeton team does a great job of ducking in. The perimeter players do a great job of pump faking the pass, and making good post-entry passes. Good basketball right there on that possession.
Here's Michaela Waterman, forced to go back outside, though, to Alston. And Kraft's going to launch a 3. No good, air ball. Gets back inside, though, with an effort play by Waterman, and Blair puts it back.
Blair should come down and point to Michaela Waterman on that one. That was all her. Nice pass. Here we go. Asia Doss.
And then Doss with a steal. 4 quick points for Ohio State down low.
Great team plays right there. Kate Kraft with the steal to play before. Michaela Waterman hustling out of bounds to get the play back into Lisa Blair. Good team, great team hustle, and good team defense by the Buckeyes.
Both teams playing well in this short spurt here. Here's Leslie Robinson, niece of U.S. President Barack Obama. I think I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that guy. She got the 45 on the jersey. Think there's any connection with there?
And here's Miller. She drives inside, can't get it, and that will end the third quarter. 74-46, Buckeyes up big entering the last quarter. We'll be right back here on Big Ten Network. Ohio State rolling here in mid-December. 74-46, they lead the Princeton Tigers. Tigers, rough night here. 2 of their leading scorers with 4 fouls, but the series history actually pretty brief for Ohio State and Princeton. Only 1 game ever. Buckeyes won it 87-58. Man, realistic score you could see tonight.
I'm looking up at the scoreboard. I say, hey, this might be deja vu all over again, huh? Deja vu all over again.
And here's Kate Kraft for the Buckeyes trying to extend that lead.
Princeton being a little bit more aggressive out of the timeout in that zone. Forced the turnover. Good job executing defensively out of a timeout.
Trying to push. Vanessa Smith inside, and she gets by Michaela Waterman.
Go by Vanessa Smith.
Amherst Alston, or I'm sorry, Kelsey Mitchell to Amherst Alston.
Nice.
Nice bounce pass to Blair.
Lisa Blair.
It's like Amherst is seeing the play before it happens, and that's when you can see you have that experience and that basketball IQ. You know where the defender's going to be, and you know where your teammate's going to be open before the play even happens.
6 assists for Alston to go along with her 25 points.
Were all of them to Lisa Blair?
Michaela Waterman has to go back outside to Alston. Alston at the top of the key. Working on Ismail.
She's surveying here. You know she's about to get a good look off.
And that's just good basketball there by Alston. Using the spin move there and getting it to go.
You just never know when she's going to be aggressive or not because she has a gear. And that's what you want in your guards. Like, you don't know if they're going to pass, you don't know if they're going to shoot, or if you don't know if they're going to penetrate. She's mastered that ability.
Wheatley and Taraxian both in the game right now playing with 4 fouls. There's Wheatley with a rebound, and she goes outside to Ismail. And Smith picks up the loose ball.
Yeah, it's do or die time for Princeton right here.
Burnson to Taraxian. Inside now to Wheatley. Wheatley gets the foul call there, misses the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, once again, Wheatley gets great post position. She puts Lisa Blair on her back, and she's going to get it 9 times out of 10. A good player that has good post moves, you keep them on their back, they're going to get to the free throw line or they're going to get an and one. And you've been saying that all day from Wheatley.
Wheatley now with a chance to extend her 10 points today. Taraxian with 11 and Miller with 15 for Princeton. Ohio State's leading scorers, obviously, Amherst Alston and Kelsey Mitchell. Next one there is Shayla Cooper with 10 as she's checking into the game.
Shayla Cooper sat out one game, wasn't able to sit on the bench last game. She definitely stepped in and picked up some of the scoring punch here for this Buckeye team, and we look for her to be that third scorer on this team. Who's going to step up and be that consistent third scorer for this Buckeye team? Nice.
And here's Kraft missing that, and Taraxian comes up with the rebound. Burnson over to Taraxian and a 3-ball. Nailing that one from way deep.
I like it. She's going to keep shooting. She doesn't care if she goes 5 for 20. She's going to keep shooting, trying to will Princeton, get Princeton back in this game.
Passing between the 2 stellar guards here. And Amherst Alston goes for 3. That one no good. Can't make them all.
Can't make them all. Whoa. Got away with the travel there.
Ismail loses the ball. It's going to be off Ohio State, but as you mentioned, and I think the crowd agrees too.
You see right here, almost like the NBA, where they don't like to call travel. 1-2, then she puts it down.
In full stride there.
That has to be a layup anytime you take 2 without putting the ball on the floor. Look out.
Wheatley misses the layup, and Kelsey Mitchell says, I'm going to splash a 3 of my own. She's got 25.
Pretty sure that's going to be something that Coach Banger looks at in the film session like, guys, we got to get back on defense. As soon as they scored, that was almost like the better offense for this Buckeye team. They were going right back in attack mode.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell just saying, I'm better than you. I'm going to make the shot.
Pretty much. Transition defense is about communication because there is no man in transition defense. And as you see that, Princeton hasn't been doing a good job today, and they haven't been communicating very well. And Amherst Alston and Kelsey Mitchell have definitely been taking advantage of that by scoring easily on the fast break.
The graphic we just saw there shows that Kelsey Mitchell's right at her season average for points as Burnson makes a 3 for Princeton.
Good kick out by Wheatley. Oh.
Alexa Hart doing a full 360 spin move, draws the foul.
Show that footwork.
That's
me being an ex-front court player back in my day, I always love when a post player makes good moves and shows good footwork. Alexa Hart, nice with the spin move, the split 2 defenders, and being rewarded by shooting 2 at the free throw line here.
Yeah, just about every Princeton defender was down there, but Hart draws the foul. Ooh, tough one to miss there.
Buckeye's not taking advantage at the free throw line. Only shooting 60%, 9 of 15. as we like to call it, it's free money. No defender. Take a deep breath. It's just you on the free throw line. Knock it down.
And here's Hart, second free throw attempt. This one is good, but both of them rattling around that rim.
Second for the Buckeyes, Asia Doss.
Asia Doss is going to check in. Both number 20s for each team checking in there.
Placing Kelsey Mitchell.
I love your correlations. You must be a math major.
Here's Burnson. Kate Kraft on the defense for that one. There's Sydney Jordan, tries to go inside to Smith. Smith can't hang on.
Like that offense though. Opposite duck ends, keeps the defense honest on that backside. But they just haven't been doing a great job of finishing today.
Amber Salson over to Kate Kraft. Kraft a handoff to Asia Doss. Alston putting the ball on the ground, goes back to Doss. Doss driving inside. Has to dump it off to Shayla Cooper.
Nice.
Shot no good there, and Traction comes up with it.
Traction doing a good job on those boards. Averaging almost 9.5. She's up to 9. She's up to 9 right now.
Wheatley with the screen there for Traction. Sydney Jordan over to Burnson. Burnson's going to attempt another three. Can't get that one to go, and Cooper grabs the rebound.
Oh.
Fast break. Just saved by Jordan there.
Burnson doing her free safety impersonation right there, but getting that pass from Shayla Cooper.
Any Traction trying to get around there. Can't, has to dump it off to Sydney Jordan. Then to Burnson.
Good duck in.
Outside with Wheatley over to Vanessa Smith. Traction back to the basket, working on two defenders. Turnaround hook, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with Princeton. Fresh shot clock for the Tigers.
Traction's going to go down shooting. I know that. But that's what good players do. Like, just not her night as far as efficiency-wise. But she's going to continue to keep fighting and continue to try to will Princeton to get back in this game or cut this score down.
82 to 57 right now, but that shot no good, but Wheatley grabbing the rebound. Princeton gets another possession. Extra rebounds, we mentioned, is something that Princeton's good at. Keeps possessions alive. Wheatley on the outside, looking at Traction.
Princeton has almost evened up this rebounding deficit from the first half.
And Vanessa Smith gets called for the travel. So after a big, long possession, Smith travels, and we're going to travel to a break here. 82-57, Ohio State leads on Big Ten Network. 4.5 minutes left in the game, 82-57, Ohio State leading. Princeton having a tough time today, but they've managed to keep it right around 20-some points here in the second half, but haven't been able to really gain any on the deficit.
Hey, small victories, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you could say maybe, you know, they could win the second half still.
Right. They're definitely competing here in the second half, and that's what you like to see out of your team.
There's Chelsea Mitchell, sister of Kelsey, missing the three-point attempt.
Mitchell and Mitchell, the law firm, couldn't connect on that three-pointer.
Andy Taraxian. She passes outside to Smith. Smith into Wheatley, and Waterman called for the foul.
I'm seeing some textbook post-position duck-ins by Wheatley today. I know I'm sounding like a coach here on the microphone, but hey, I call it like I see it. I like how she ducks in. She gets space, she gets deep, she gets low. See another one.
Ooh, Sydney Jordan almost getting the and one there, but she will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
And we're talking about, you know, post play is all about positioning. All about getting a defender on your back, getting closer to the basket to try to get a high efficiency shot, and that's what Wheatley's been doing. She scored a couple jump hooks early in the first half, sucked the Ohio State defense in. Now you saw her, she kicked back out to Waleji for a three-pointer in the first half too. Played a good game today.
Yeah, and Wheatley also not afraid to play down low right now. She is playing with 4 fouls. So is Annie Taraxian, but they've played pretty much the whole fourth quarter, both of them. They're the leading scorers on this team.
You know, that's when you see the experience right there. They know how to play basketball without fouling, play hard without fouling. And that's what a coach loves about, you know, when you have that leadership on your team. Hey, don't pick up that 5th foul because we need you out there. And they're doing a great job of that.
2 free throws made there for Princeton. And Buckeyes back on offense. Here's Asia Doss on the outside. Back over to Kelsey Mitchell. Michaela Waterman right through her hands and off her chin, and she has to give it up. Here's Princeton on the fast break. Burnson can't get it. Knocked out of bounds, though, by Vanessa Smith, and it's going to be off Ohio State.
Oh.
Refs looking to confer there.
Hey, the crowd behind us didn't like that call. Almost got scared for a minute.
Even with an 82-59 point lead.
Hey, Buckeye Nation is restless, man.
And Annie Taraxian working her way inside, going right at the basket, but Waterman, or I'm sorry, Kalpana Beach.
With the great help side defense.
Vanessa Smith driving inside, and this time Waterman's on it.
You definitely see
for a foul.
You're definitely seeing another degree of aggressiveness from Vanessa Smith here in the second half where, you know, she won't be denied. She's putting her head down. She's trying to get to the basket. And when you're the aggressor in basketball on certain possessions, that's when you can pick up the free throws. Might be too little too late now here.
Smith sitting with 2 points as she misses that first free throw. 3:28 left in the game. Down 82-59, a 23-point deficit for Princeton. But they came into the half down 22.
It's a pretty good second half.
Only outscored by 1 so far. not the worst thing. Something that Courtney Banghart and this Princeton team can hang their hat on.
I guess that glass is half full, huh? Nice.
Kalpana Beach inside. She gets it. Her first points of the night.
It's another player you like to see get going, finishing passes, rebounding, being aggressive there in the post.
And there's that aggressive Vanessa Smith that you mentioned. She goes right at it. But
once again, good help by Kayla Waterman.
She's going to get the charge call there.
I don't know about that one, Mark. Foot was in the charge line if we're using the charge line now in college basketball. That's why they call it home cooking, right?
Yeah, and Michaela Waterman, you know, standing in there and I mean, she took a pretty big blow there. She even looks a little slow coming down the court now.
That tailbone is a little bruised when you take those charges, but hey, that'll be the stuff that the coaching staff and your players congratulate you for, stepping in and sacrificing your body for the sake of the team.
And Ohio State going with all reserves right now on the court. Here's Chelsea Mitchell.
Nice.
Inside to Kalpana Beach. Kalpana Beach, 4 straight points for her.
See you, Kalpana Beach, with the turnaround. Life is a beach chair.
And a shot up from Miller. It's good from 3.
Miller again. 4 for 7 from 3.
Here's Asia Doss. Inside, spin move, loses the handle, and it's picked up by Burnson. Coach Kevin McGuff trying to get some of his second teamers some game experience here. Princeton, though, still going hard with Wheatley, a starter there, and she gets the turnaround hook.
Wheatley. Looking like Della Don down in the post. Post moves galore today.
Wheatley's been a bright spot for the Tigers today. She's got 14 points. Here's Chelsea Mitchell over to Asia Doss.
Mitchell's calling for the ball over there. You know what's going up next time she catches it. Right on cue.
She puts up the 3. Back of the iron, no good. Waterman, good job with the rebound, goes up for it, and Taraxian will get the foul. And I believe that's her 5th.
I like the activity of Waterman. She has the size. She can move around a little bit. I like when she's mixing up, getting offensive rebounds, taking those charges, sacrificing her body for the sake of the team. Giving good, valuable minutes here in today's game against the Princeton Tigers. Everybody's clearing the bench now, huh?
As Annie Taraxian has to sit for Princeton. Wheatley also taking a seat, so we're seeing some lineups that we haven't seen all night today for both teams.
And hats off to the 2 seniors, Annie Taraxian and Alex Wheatley, doing what they could. They just ran into a buzzsaw, offensive onslaught here from the Buckeye teams here, spearheaded by the nation's best backcourt.
52 points between Mitchell and Alston tonight for Ohio State. When you can get that, you know, the rest of the team, if they can just do their job, you're going to end up with 80 points.
Pretty much.
That shot good from three-point land. Now down to only 20.
Michelle Miller is her doing her Reggie Miller impersonation, huh?
Or Cheryl Miller.
You got a good point there, Cheryl Miller. I think Reggie had the better jump shot.
Yeah.
But hey, great family of basketball right there.
Waterman passes outside to Asia Doss. Doss gets trapped. Back outside to Waterman. Waterman cross court to Chelsea Mitchell. Getting around the defender, goes up for 2, no good, and goes up for that one. Doesn't hit the rim on either attempt, and that'll be a shot clock violation and a turnover for Ohio State.
Nice little self-pass there. Couldn't get it to touch the rim. She might have got another look after the rebound.
40 seconds left in this game. Not going to make up 20 points here. Inside to Willeji. Back outside to Smith. This will bring Princeton to 9-2, giving them only their 3rd loss of the last 2 seasons, going a perfect 30-0 last year. Courtney Banghart, this is her 9th season coaching. She's 92-17 for the Tigers.
Wow, that's impressive. That's
a good program in the Ivy League.
I mean, you see this with coaches. You saw with Coach McGuff playing the number 1, 2, and 3 ranked teams early in the season. You see Coach Banghart traveling all the way from New Jersey to come out here and play one of the better teams in the country in Ohio State. I mean, if you want to get out here, you want to be battle tested, or you want to play some of the better teams in the nation, you're going to have, you're going to take your lumps like this, and that's how you get better. Even when you lose, you win. That's how some coaches look at it.
And Princeton's other loss at Seton Hall, 71-64. This is also Princeton's only 3rd true road game of the season. So good experience gained here on the road.
The room for error is so small when you're playing against teams on the road. And that's definitely a lesson learned today. They didn't get back in transition defense. They didn't locate the best backcourt in the nation. They got a lot of good looks early, and they made them pay for it.
And Asia Doss going for a shot here in the last seconds of the game. It'll go out of bounds. 3 seconds left, and Princeton left inbound. Down 18. So if you look at it, they actually outscored Ohio State by 4 here in the second half. It will be an 18-point loss, but they won the second half. That was actually a foul, so Asia Doss will shoot 2.
You know what? There are things that Coach Banghart and staff is going to look at in the film session. And, metrics is a big part of basketball. And they're going to look at some things like, guys, why didn't we play with this type of aggressiveness, this type of movement? And you look at Annie Taraxian. Why didn't she play this way in the first half? So there's definitely some lessons learned there.
You got to think a school like Princeton is going to have good metrics. And that shot goes way over the rim, and that will end the game. A 90-70 win for Ohio State. Ohio State advances to 7-3 on the season. Princeton falls to 9-2. They will play at Dayton on Sunday, and Ohio State's next game is Virginia, another good program for the Buckeyes to play. George, any parting shots?
I mean, no, definitely. Hey, the nation's best backcourt definitely didn't fail to impress us today. They came out, and Ohio State got a great quality win today.
And there you go. Final score 90-70. Buckeyes beat Princeton. Thanks for tuning in here. For George Reese, I'm Mark Finch on the Big Ten Network.
What happened? That's how you want to
Due to time constraints, we will now move forward in the action. Yeah. Due to time constraints, we will now move forward in the action.
At 7 p.m. Go Bucks!
Cool.
They're gonna be